You know that a man suffers more in his imagination than in reality, right? There's always this constant buzzing in my head that suffocates me a lot, and I know it happens with you a lot too. I I think of the worst thing out of uncertain things, and I believe it will happen. And not gonna lie, this thing sometimes relieves me too in very weird way, because I think everything worse that can happen will happen, and sometimes I do predict worse things, and it does not shock me a lot because I already had predicted it. But I also believe that's not the right way to, you know, live, imagining the worst thing when it is not even sure it will happen or not happen, because then relive the moment I live the moment that has not yet happened, the worst thing. I live in my head, and I live it constantly, constantly, constantly until I go numb, and then it actually happens and it does not shocks me. So, it's basically a self punishment for preparation. That's not the right way. But the thing is, acceptance is different and punishing your brain is different. And there is always this constant buzzing in my head. Keep on thinking, and it suffocates me a lot, a lot, a lot. And out of suffocation, sometimes I start scrolling to escape the reality. And then when I start scrolling, I'm suddenly 5 hours down and I'm not able to stop. Then I'm overthinking about scrolling, cursing myself why I'm not stopping, why I'm not stopping, and then I scroll more, more, more. And then when finally I get overwhelmed from scrolling, I just lay down on my bed and stare into nothing, nothing, just emptiness, still overthinking, or maybe numb. I don't know. I loved watching movies a lot, a lot. It kept me busy. It was better than scrolling. It was a long form dopamine, and I loved it. Like, really enjoyed watching movies. But lately, because of overthinking, scrolling, and I I am not able to watch the movies. I keep on telling myself that I'm busy when I'm not. I think of doing things. I imagine that I will do this today, but I don't. I just imagine about it. And that keeps me busy in my head, and I'm not able to do things what I love, like watching movies. And this overthinking, it's like literally hurting me from inside. Well, the real question arises here is, can you stop overthinking? Well, the first thing is, please don't ever overthink about overthinking, because that feedback loop from hell, man, it sucks a lot. It sucks a lot. You'll just get stuck in this loop of overthinking, and then overthinking about overthinking, and then again overthinking about that overthinking, and it is hell. I created this channel just to stop overthinking and randomly dump my thoughts. I just woke up and I started recording because there was so many things going around in my head, and still while I'm speaking, it is all spontaneous because I just can't make my mind stable. And the best way I found to make it stable was to create videos. And if I tell you superficially that, to make myself busy, if I make myself busy with something I love or anything, work, that's the point when I overthink less. I'm not gonna say it will work completely because I may zone out while working and then start overthinking. That's the different thing. But yes, it does work. If you make yourself busy with something you love, like I'm making videos. And one more thing, you can create a channel like me, but and post videos about your thoughts, but never expect views from that particular channel, because then you will start overthinking about it, and then instead of dumping your thoughts in the video, you will run after the topics which grabs more views. So that's not something you want to do, right? You started the channel to dump your thoughts, not for the views. So if you're starting the channel, have zero expectation from it because you don't want to overthink about the views and all. And if you are not into creating channel or being social, you can just watch movies like me or do whatever you love, drawing, sketching, anything. And trust me, your overthinking will decrease, not vanish, it will decrease. For me, I will start watching movies again and make myself busy with academics. So, if you are overthinking a lot, maybe you are just, idle most of the time, doing nothing, just like me. So, just say fuck it to that life and maybe just start doing something, anything that you love. And I know it is too difficult to start doing something. I i took so long to actually start doing something, and now when I'm finally in momentum, I feel much better. When I was idle, I felt worse, and this life is much better. That's all I wanted to say. So yes, thank you.